Well, I know not a lot of you guys follow this project just because it isn't a European car, but still figured worth an update. So the 57 Corvette, it's actually back on these fairly ugly Billet Specialties wheels. 18-inch, but they have a better offset that doesn't rub on the body of the car. Or having issues with the larger Pilot Super Sport tires. Over there, hitting, unfortunately, the front fenders because they were too low of an offset. And additionally, I'll drop some pictures of this right after I talk here for a second. This is the original 57 Speedo housing, but I actually took apart a brand new 4.5-inch Speedhut GPS 200 mile per hour gauge just to get kind of the right sweep. And I installed it within the housing here with a lot of modification and soldering, and it works, which is great because this car has a turbo 350 3-speed automatic in it, which is considerably newer and more advanced. I know, crazy, 3-speed advanced. Then the 2-speed trans that would have come in this thing originally, and the speedometer cable was actually functioning. However, the needle was missing and a lot of the mechanism on the original odometer was bad. So this uses a GPS board and antenna. You can see that little antenna hanging down right there to acquire. And then it's got a 6-digit odometer on that little display there. That backer in there is just painted paper cutout, you can see. That's all I could really find. The original was steel and didn't line up. Unfortunately, mounting this display in there has crimped the little ribbon cable on the display. It completely took out the first display. Speedhut was able to sell me a new display, and this one works for the most part, but it's got a few missing lines, which kind of sucks. So I opted to not buy a third display, even though a Hail Mary might work. It's just working so well right now, and you can still see most of the important information pretty well. So I'm going to put this in the car now. It's actually really, really simple. All you got to do is fish it up from below into that orifice there. And then it's got just 2 screws on the backside that fasten it into the dash. Then I'm going to tap into the same power I'm using for the engine computer, switched ignition, and mount that little GPS antenna probably under the hood, I'm guessing, if I can find a hole that goes through. Otherwise, just somewhere that's metal, because it is a magnetic sender. It should be able to go through fiberglass, so we'll see. We'll do some trying, but it should work, and I'm very, very excited to actually take this thing out for a test drive and see if this operates. I did take it out with a jump pack in the Fiat and test it. And again, I'll dump some photos right now, just so you guys can see the process. But I'm optimistic this works. So here I've got that Speedhut gauge I just told you about. It was a 4.5-inch GPS, a 200 mile an hour speedometer. That's just the whole thing pulled apart here. Old EL face, the board with the stepper motor on it and the display. There's the dash of the Corvette after removing the Speedo. There's the factory Speedo assembled. Front cover off and the first lens and plate off. There's the lettering on the plastic piece. We reused that. We did not reuse this piece. I just set it aside in storage. So there's the stamped steel face. So I desoldered the stepper motor from the back of the board because I had to move where the needle was. And I extended it with some copper, 20 gauge wire. Then what I did is just set the board down in there, ran the wires out the back, and I tried to fit the odometer in the original housing, but it just wouldn't display everything I needed. You could pick the real speed or the odometer, but again, the angle on the cable was too severe. So there it is, powered on. That's what it should look like. That's what it would have looked like had I been able to fit this in there. There it is, assembled sort of, showing the new needle on the Speedhut gauge. I traced the housing and made a cardboard cutout. Painted it with some Ferrari trim black, because that's all I had. And there's the first image of how it actually was to look The paint finish actually came out pretty well for 2 coats of unprepped surface. Vice grip is holding it in place while I super glued it. There's a little cardboard piece on top just to keep the contacts from shorting on the steel, which I didn't end up using anyway. The original screen backlight I had to remove to clearance everything. The red light you see in there is actually the old needle light, and it does light up the back of the LCD enough at night, so I left it in. Here it is testing inside of the Fiat. So here's the final assembled product and how it looks. Here's a back view, just showing how the GPS wire, the power, and the illumination light come out. Well, I've got it roughed in here. You can see what I mean about the display. A couple lines going through the odometer, which kind of sucks. I'm gonna close it up, open the door, and take it out for a spin and see if it works properly. Well, I'll be dipped. She works good. And just this still kind of showing the display. That's how it looks assembled, powered off. I actually put this thing up in the air because I'm having a little bit of a power steering leak. It looks like the pressure line on the pump is leaking because I've got a little bit of a dribble on the bottom side of the pump. And I'm not really sure where that engine oil is coming from. Maybe the rear main, but you get a little dribble on the pan too. And this is what the underside of a not entirely stock 1957 Corvette looks like. Ta-da!